I have my boyfriend Stuart here with me, and
Me.
we're doing something a little bit different and a little bit out of the ordinary for this channel. I'm essentially going to be doing a week-long challenge where I do Stuart's skincare routine.
Wait, you're only doing a week?
Yes.
You're doing like this is gonna be like an ongoing month at least.
A 6-month docu-series of me doing my boyfriend's skincare routine.
You like me?
No, only a week, mainly because that'd be a lot of footage to edit, and frankly, I don't have the time for it. Hello.
She's afraid.
No, but we were having a conversation here recently, and it basically came out that Stuart thinks that I use way too many products, and
She looks great without them.
and he thinks I don't need them. And so we came up with the idea of it being a fun challenge to basically mimic what he does, where he basically just throws things at himself and runs with
What
it.
happens?
I'm gonna essentially do what he does for a week, and at the end of the week we're gonna come back and reevaluate and see how everything went. And so this is gonna be a little bit of a vlog. I'm gonna take you over what I normally do, the products I normally use day to day, and then we're gonna go over what I'm gonna be using for this week. So if we're in the shower, and usually I take a shower at the end of the day, so this would be my nighttime routine / shower. For my hair, I've been using the Renpure Advanced Tea Tree and Lemon Sage shampoo and conditioner. It's a sort of bottom shelf product, I guess, which is like more of an alcohol term, but it's the term, I mean, if you go to the store and you look at the shelf with like all the shampoos and conditioners, they put the really expensive stuff at like eye level and higher, and this is like towards the bottom because it's not a real expensive brand, but I really like it a lot. It works pretty well. I think that my hair feels pretty good when I use it, and I've been using it for the last 3 months or so, and I like the way that it works, and the fact that it's not crazy expensive, which, as you know, shampoo products can get insane. That's definitely a bonus point for me, and you should like that too. And then for my face, I do a couple of different things in the shower. I've been using the oil-free acne wash, the pink grapefruit foaming scrub by Neutrogena, and I actually had someone tell me one time that Neutrogena is like the best store brand skincare product that you can get, like skincare brand, other than getting something from an actual dermatologist. And the person who told me this was a dermatologist himself, so I consider their opinion pretty accurate. I really like this a lot. As you can see, it's almost gone, and I've been using it for the past month or so, and I feel like I've definitely noticed an improvement. My skin still isn't perfect, but whose is, and I really like the way this works. What I'll do is I'll take a shower, I'll put this on like when I first get in the shower, and I'll leave it on my face for the duration of the shower until like maybe the last like little bit, and then I'll rinse it off, and I'll go to the Better Skin Co. Lava Magic Scrub, and you can also use this as a mask. You just take a pea-sized amount, and it has like kind of a grainy consistency. Put it on your face. I might leave it on for a few moments, and then kind of rinse it off, scrub it off, and it acts as a gentle exfoliant, and it kind of gets rid of dead skin cells and all that kind of thing, and leaves your skin feeling really fresh and revitalized. And this is almost gone as well, and I've really enjoyed using it. I got this in like a promo box or whatever, and anyway, it's great.
Speaking of exfoliant, at one point in time you were using coffee, weren't you?
I do still use coffee, like coffee grounds. I have a little jar in the shower, and I use it for, it's really good for like cellulite and that kind of thing, and so I use it like on my legs, and I think it works pretty well. I don't know. And then after the shower, and then as a daily moisturizer for like my body, I've been using the Shea Moisture 100% virgin coconut oil shimmering body lotion, and it's about half gone, so I've been using it pretty consistently, and I really like it a lot. It smells great, and it is very moisturizing, so perfect for after shower. And that's essentially my bedtime routine. The one other thing that I will do before I go to bed is, of course, I'll moisturize my face, and I use the Shea Moisture Daily Hydration Face Lotion before I go to bed, and then on top of that, I'll put the MUAID Overnight Acne Treatment, which is 2%.
She said one more thing and she grabbed two. This is how it goes.
It's one more thing in my mind. It's like one more step. So 2% salicylic acid, and it essentially almost looks like a calamine lotion when it's on your skin. You put it on with a Q-tip, and you leave it on overnight, and you just put it on whatever trouble spots you have, and it acts as a treatment for the acne, and then it can also help with blemishes and that kind of thing. And I've been using this for around a month now, and I really like it quite a bit. So the the Shea Moisture and then the MU8 overnight for my skin, and that's what I do before I go to bed. So in the morning when I get up, I will once again wash my face with the Neutrogena Acne Wash, and then I've been using this Glow Recipe Banana Souffle Moisture Cream. It smells incredible. It smells like banana Laffy Taffy to me, which I know a lot of people don't like, but it was always my favorite flavor of Laffy Taffy, and it doesn't smell like bananas once it's been on your skin for a while. The smell goes away. But I put that on after I wash my face. And then I've been using the Needles No More, No More Baggage Dr. Brandt under eye treatment, which basically just helps with like puffiness and that kind of thing. And it's almost gone as well. I feel like all this stuff is almost gone, so I guess this is the perfect time to be doing something like this. And then after that, I will move on to whatever makeup I'm gonna wear for the day. And that is essentially my skincare routine for day and night.
So how much does all of that, or how many things is sitting there?
9.
9, she uses one twice, so
Yes.
at least 10 things in her skincare and maybe hair treatment.
10 steps.
Yeah, 10 steps to Becca. How much did it cost?
10 steps to a
I know
better
some of
Becca.
them, you said they're like subscription things, like all that aside, if you were to buy it singularly.
I feel comfortable saying it's between probably $50 and $70, which is a broad range, but that's only because I honestly don't know how much some of this stuff costs because I didn't pay for it.
Fair enough.
So yeah, between $50 and $70. I guess I should have a harder number, given that the price of all this stuff is like kind of part of the whole reason why we're doing this, to see if a cheaper routine is better than the more expensive one. But
Cheaper, simpler, you know.
But I just don't have those numbers. Yeah. It's funny because in some videos I'm like, I'm a numbers kind of girl. You give me the numbers, that's what I like. And then other videos I'm just like, nah. But for the following week, like I said, we're going to be using simpler products. We went to the store and found the most basic, honestly cheapest, but still, you know, useful products that we could find. We went to Walmart and we came out with 3 things.
So these 3 things, disclaimer, she says she's gonna mimic my routine. I don't use these things.
Not exactly.
Granted, I'm not perfect, right? I have dandruff, so I use dandruff shampoo. And I have fancy body wash, but
that's because
you got me
it
a
for
body
you.
wash. Yeah, but yeah, it's just simple things.
It's like when I think of a man's routine, I'm thinking like either like a bar of soap and like maybe some like shampoo, or it's like hair, beard, body type thing. Where
I actually have some beard, hair, and body.
Where it's just like, or it's like 4-in-1, where it's like hair, body, car, floor, shower
Clothes,
type soap, you know, like that kind of thing. A dude's routine. So that's kind of the thought process in this whole thing. So the first thing that we got is a 2-pack of the Dial Antibacterial Gold Clean Rinsing Non-Drying Deodorant Soap. I would have gotten a 1-pack, but the 2-pack was the only option. That was the least amount of soap that you could get. And I used to use Dial growing up. My mom would buy it. I remember her buying Dial and Ivory, and I don't remember what other brands of bar soap there are out there, but you know.
Irish Spring.
Irish Spring, yeah. So the Dial, and I'm going to be using that for my body and my face. I generally use a bar of soap anyway. I prefer a bar of soap to a body wash, and I would have brought my bar of soap down, but I actually just finished it, and I don't have a new one. I mean, it's like a little sliver, so I wasn't going to bring it down and be like, here's my soap. And we'll see how that goes. And then for my hair, we got the Suave Professionals 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner, and this was the least offensive of
She
the
said it
2.
smelled good.
I mean, it smells fine. I have nothing against Suave. Suave's a fine brand. I used to use it growing up as well before I found other things that I like better. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it, so this is what I'm going to be using for my hair. And then for after shower care, instead of all of these different moisturizers and everything,
1, 2, 3, 4, 12 things.
we got Equate Beauty, which Equate is like, I feel bottom of the barrel when it comes to moisturizers and that kind of like toothpaste and everything.
It's
I
the
mean,
Walmart
it's
generic budget-friendly option.
Very generic. We got Moisture Advanced Care Body Lotion. And I'm actually going to be using this for my whole body. And fun fact, if you get a moisturizer that is unscented and doesn't have a lot of like heavy ingredients in it, you can use it for your face. We actually had a conversation one time when I was at the store looking to buy like a face cream, and you were like, why don't you just get one of these huge pump bottles, it'll last you so much longer. And I was like, you can't use a a body lotion on your face. And he was like, why not? And I was like, I don't know why, I just know you're not supposed to. So we looked into it, and it's because of the like heavy perfumes and that kind of thing can be bad for your face skin. But they said if you want to use a body lotion, you can. You should just get one that's like unscented and light. And this one is unscented and hypoallergenic and everything. So I think it'll be fine, and we'll see.
Compared to Vaseline Intensive Care Advanced Repair. So this, it's a legit thing. I guarantee it has the same exact active ingredients as that. It's just a budget friendly.
Yeah.
So this is basically Vaseline Intensive Care Advanced Repair.
So I'm going to be using these 3 things for a week, documenting the entire process. It's worth noting that I did save the receipt, and these 3 things only cost $3.81. The most expensive was the Suave 2-in-1, which was $1.98. The lotion was only 97 cents, and the Dial soap was 86 cents.
If you think about it, the 2-in-1, I mean, you're getting 2 things for 1 price. Divide that by 2, it's like $1 a piece.
Yeah.
It's pretty good deal.
So a very cheap routine, very basic, budget-friendly routine. I mean, I think it would be cool if we come out of this thing on the other side, my skin is just like glowing and like effervescent and healthier than it's ever been.
I honestly think
I will be thrilled.
I think it's a success if it's the same as it was before.
That's true. As long as it doesn't take like a decline and like, I don't know, my nose falls off or something. As long as that doesn't happen, I'll be perfectly fine with it. And I think it'll be just kind of a fun little experiment to see how it goes. So we're going to document this thing, and you guys are going to come along for the ride. So I hope you enjoy watching me scale way back on what I do every single day. Try something a little bit more basic and see where it goes. So I just got off of work, which means that it's about time for me to take a shower and head to bed, which also means that it is the first day / night, however you want to look at it, that I will be testing out these products. First day of our 1-week trial. So I gotta get the shampoo and the soap and the moisturizer. I guess it works out pretty well that I'm doing this now because, like I said in the intro, I've run out of just about everything that I normally use. So I guess this is a good time to transition in some new stuff and give it a try, you know? Need to get the soap out of here. I really don't want you getting into this thing. Bright yellow, lemony bar of soap. It smells nice. Not fancy or anything, just a basic soap. And yeah, it's time to take a shower and see how this stuff works. Alrighty, so we are post-shower now. I went and grabbed my bathrobe because it is just way too cold to be doing this half naked in my bathroom. So the first thing we'll go over is the Dial soap first impressions. I didn't hate it. It didn't leave my skin feeling really dry and rough. You know how sometimes bar soaps, cheaper ones, can do that. They don't leave you feeling like super hydrated or anything, but I don't feel like any drier or anything that I normally would if I were to use my normal wash, so that's cool. And like overall for the rest of my body, like yeah, whatever. A bar of soap is a bar of soap, honestly, at the end of the day, so I didn't mind that at all. And then I actually washed my hair like a night ago, and I normally don't wash my hair more often than like every 3, maybe even 4 days, especially in the wintertime because it can get so dry. But for the sake of this video, I went ahead and washed my hair again because I wanted to use the Suave shampoo and see how that went. And it seemed to me that it sudsed up a lot more than like my regular shampoo would. I didn't feel like I needed to use as much as I did, so that's something to keep in mind for next time. Like it was very, very sudsy. And I'm gonna see how it is in a second when I go to brush my hair out, but I felt like after I rinsed the shampoo and conditioner out that my hair didn't feel as like smooth and I guess silky, for lack of a better word, as it would if I were using like my regular shampoo and then my regular conditioner rather than trying to combine the two, which may just be something that you run into with 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioners. I don't really know. I'm gonna go ahead and take this towel off now though because it's already just falling off my head. So alrighty. So when I was younger, I had pretty bad dandruff, and to the point where my parents even like took me to a dermatologist and everything. And he told me like, you know, make sure you're not washing your hair too much and like not washing it in too hot of water. And I was like, okay, but I never really listened. I didn't listen until I got a lot older. And I had dandruff all the way up until, you know, I left home.
And after I was out of the house for a while, I don't remember why, but I just started, because I was coloring my hair. That's why I started coloring my hair. I was a redhead for a while. And if you don't know, red hair color washes out a lot faster than any other color. So I would like try to delay washing my hair to try to make the color last longer, because it ain't cheap getting your hair colored. So that's why I started spacing out how often I was washing my hair. And I noticed, in addition to the color lasting longer, that my scalp felt a lot healthier, which makes sense because you're not stripping the natural oils and everything out of your hair that you need. So that's why. And to this day, really haven't had a single problem with dandruff. Everybody's different, but I highly, highly recommend not washing your hair every single day. I actually got Stuart on not washing his hair every single day too, because he has dandruff problems as well, but I don't think his are because he washes his hair too much. Between you and me, I think the military messed up his scalp when he was in boot camp. Okay, so not too terribly hard to brush out. I thought at first it might be. I don't have as long a hair as I used to, so that could be a contributing factor. I feel like if my hair was as long as it used to be, and I tried to use that shampoo and conditioner and brush it out and everything, it would be a lot harder. But to be honest, it was hard to brush my hair out regardless, no matter what I used. It was super difficult, and that's why I started using like a spray-on detangler after I would wash my hair, because it was just so difficult to brush it out. But this is not honestly any more difficult than normal. And to be honest, I kind of thought it would be because of how my hair felt when I rinsed it off, but not too bad at all. I don't mind it. All right, so now we're gonna use this Equate Beauty for my face and legs. Curious to see, does this have a cap? Guess I should check that. I don't know if this design, oh, no, it definitely doesn't. Okay, that's cool. Hope I didn't break it. I'm curious to see how much of this stuff I need to use. It's very creamy. Zero smell, like whatsoever, like zero smell. I've had really bad skin problems like on my face for about the last year. Like I think it started in April, and I have no idea why. I've tried everything, switching up like the face washes that I use. For a while I thought it was my diet, but I don't really think it is. Although I will say, I think maybe it could be like a vitamin deficiency or something, because I don't think it's all like hormonal or anything like that. It's not stress induced. I mean, obviously it's worse during certain times of the month than others, but I don't think that that's solely what it is. But I actually ordered a multivitamin last night that has like everything that you would want to be taking, like iron and B12 and magnesium and like a whole bunch of other stuff, because I am concerned that I'm not getting enough of those things given that I eat a plant-based diet, and I am concerned that that could be contributing to my bad skin. For a while I thought that I was getting too much B12, but I don't think that's the case anymore, because I backed off of taking it and I'm back on taking it, and there's been absolutely no change in the meantime. So I'm curious to see. I'm hoping that maybe that'll help. Maybe I didn't really start getting like super serious about eating plant-based until about a year ago from April, so maybe it took all the way up to April for my body to realize like, oh shit, you're not getting the stuff that you need, and to start freaking out. I don't know, but we'll see. So this doesn't feel too bad. It doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel super sticky. I like the fact that it isn't like super smelly. It doesn't feel any different than any of my normal face stuff. I'm curious to see what my skin does over the next week with not putting like my normal stuff on it, if it gets better or worse. Honestly, I'd be super excited if it like just improved by leaps and bounds. But don't hate it. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. It's not wanting to come out of that cap. There's something in this cap. Oh, the little stem broke off in there. I don't know how to get that out. Okay, well, we're just gonna use it with the top off. Put it on my legs. You can't tell that I'm putting it on my legs, but I am. I don't really think it's gonna take a lot. It's not like super rich or anything like that. Like, it's not like shea butter or something like that, but it has a nice feel. I think it'll work. I think it's good enough. You know, like it's not super fancy. It's not something that you would like see advertised by some beauty guru or anything like that, but I think it's good enough. Okay, legs have been lotioned. Face has been moisturized. I am washed with all this new stuff, and there's nothing else to do now except wait and see what happens. Basically just time for me to go to bed now. I'll usually like do some yoga and meditation and stuff before I go to bed, just to try to like relax and get in the mindset of sleep and everything. I find it's very, very helpful for like calming and chilling out my mind. That has nothing to do with this video exactly, that's just a tidbit about my life. So anyway, yeah, I will check back in the morning and let you know how things go then. Alright, it is the next morning, and what I mean by that is that it is the afternoon of the day that I took my shower, which is just how it is when you're on nights. Everything's confusing and messed up. So I'm gonna get dressed because Stuart and I are about to go to the gym, and then I'll head into the bathroom and we'll go over all of this. We gotta make this quick because Stuart's rushing me to get out the door so we can go to the gym. My hair feels fine, my skin feels sticky. All of my skin, my face and my legs, like anywhere that I put the lotion, it feels sticky. So I'm gonna brush my hair, throw it into a ponytail, and I'm going to wash my face. I'm not gonna put any moisturizer on it because I don't really care for the way it's feeling right now, and I'm about to go work out anyway, so I probably don't need like a ton of stuff on my face anyway. Yeah, and then we gotta get out the door. So.
He's doing that. I need to put on shoes.
So I'm out to run some errands. It's the second day of this whole experiment. I don't think I'm gonna check in like every single day, every time I like wash my face or put on whatever. I think we understand the concept well enough by now. I do want to say though that I'm not going to be continuing to use the moisturizer. It's absolutely terrible. I used it again this morning when I got off work after I took my shower. I tried using less of it. I thought maybe that would be the thing to do it, and that did not fix the problem whatsoever. I felt so tacky and sticky. Like, it just doesn't absorb like a normal lotion should. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't do what a normal lotion should do. It just kind of sits on your skin and makes you feel oily, which is disgusting. So I'm not going to continue using it. I don't know, since I'm not going to be using it for my face, and I like to moisturize my face, like I think that's kind of important. But again, I'm doing like Stuart's self-care routine, and he never moisturizes his face. So it's like, I don't know if I'm gonna try to reincorporate something that I usually use, or just stick it out the rest of the week not using anything at all. Like, this is definitely a flag on the play, and I'm not exactly sure right now. Can you stay straight? I'm not exactly sure right now what I'm gonna do. But that's the update there. Everything else is fine. I really don't have any problems with anything. But I'm going from being on night shift for the past 3 months to being on day shift now, which is super exciting. I'm really happy about it, and that's why I'm up right now. It's about noon. So I'm gonna run some errands and get some things done and just try to feel like motivated and awake, basically. And hopefully that'll carry me through till tonight when I can go to bed. But yeah, the lotion, man, it's just gross.
I think I have dirt on my face too. My hair is a sight. It has been a day, but I wanted to give a quick update real quick on this whole thing that I'm doing. So no moisturizer, haven't been using any for the last couple of days for my face or the rest of my body actually. I feel like I miss it for my legs. My legs always get so ashy during the winter time, but my face actually feels completely fine. At least it doesn't feel any drier than it ordinarily did, and that was with using moisturizers and everything. It's not really any clearer yet, but I'm curious to see if I stick with it, like what will happen if I don't use anything. And actually, Stuart and I, you can come over here if you want. Stuart and I were talking about it, and he was saying, like, basically taking the stance that if you put something on your skin, it's just something your skin adjusts to, that your pH and everything, to where it thinks that it needs it. So it's constantly trying to basically adjust and everything. And his logic is he doesn't use anything, hence his skin doesn't need anything. And I'd be curious to see like what an actual dermatologist thinks about that, but I mean, his skin looks incredible. Granted, he used Accutane when he was in high school, and I'm very sure that that has helped a lot, but
My thing is like using moisturizer. If you use it constantly, your skin's gonna like not make its own oils and stuff. And the only time that I'll actually end up using moisturizer or lotion is if something like shows that it's bad. Like for instance, my knuckles here in this winter were getting bad, so I got something for them. And now that they're better, I'm not using it continuously. It's only whenever it gets bad. I don't want to be dependent on anything. I don't know if my body is actually like becoming dependent on things that I use, but stands to reason. Kind of makes sense.
it's interesting. My hair feels super, super soft. I think honestly the softest that it's ever felt since I started using the Suave, and I've only used the Suave once since I started this whole thing, because like I said in the beginning, I don't wash my hair a lot during the week. I wash it maybe once or twice, especially in the winter time.
It doesn't look oily or anything, and I know after a couple days, to be honest, your hair ends up looking a little oily.
Yeah, of course. So that's interesting, and
You said it was a good bang for your buck because you're using two things and it saves time.
It does save time. When I'm done with this, I honestly probably will see if I can find like a 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner to use. The only reason I wouldn't continue to use Suave is I'm 99% sure they're not cruelty free, and that is something that I care about. So continuing to use it really just, it doesn't jive with me. But if you don't care about that kind of thing and you're looking for something to save time that's not going to sacrifice performance, for me, given my hair type and everything, it seems to be working really well. So what else is there? We covered the moisturizer, covered the shampoo.
Soap.
The soap, yeah, there's nothing new to say about the soap. It's working absolutely fine. I have no complaints about it whatsoever.
Shouldn't smell that bad.
So anyway, it's been a really long day. I'm so tired. I still have to make food before I can go to bed, and I have work in the morning, so I'm gonna end this here and check back in at some point. This is day 5 though, by the way, of this whole thing.
You
so
only do 7?
yeah, I'm probably only gonna do 7. So I've got about 2 more days of this. I'll probably wash my hair one more time. But I mean, I think so far I feel pretty comfortable saying that if I could find products that mimic at least the shampoo, and I mean that bar of soap, I was already using bar soap. It was just a kind of fancier product.
It was an $8 bar soap
versus a 96-cent bar of soap. I mean, I feel pretty comfortable saying like I could probably scale way back on my routine and feel pretty good about it. The biggest thing that I'm curious to see is what will happen with my face discontinuing to use any type of moisturizer. I'm really curious to see what happens with that. So anyway, that's it for now. Today is the last full day of this little experiment that we've been doing for the past week, and I actually feel like I've learned a lot, more than I thought I would, which is interesting. I kind of went into this thing thinking that it would just kind of be like a fun gag, and I wouldn't really get anything out of it. It would just be something to kind of, just a fun video to post, basically. I really wasn't taking it seriously at all, and yet I feel like I've actually learned some things from this past week,
which I think is good. I had a little bit of a like meltdown yesterday while I was at work, and I maybe meltdown isn't the right word, maybe it's just like, it was a mini meltdown. I was on the phone while I was at work talking to Stuart, and I got so mad about my skin, and just, I haven't had good skin in like the last year. It's been a very, very long time. And I've tried so many different things to fix it, so many different little hacks and things I've read online. I've tried different skin products, washes, scrubs, just everything, and nothing has really made it better. And for a while, I thought that it was because of what I was eating. I thought my diet was insufficient in some way, and it could have been. But I don't maybe think that that's the case anymore. I found a YouTube channel the other day, and I'll put the link to this guy's channel down in the description, but he's a skincare specialist. His channel, I don't know if it's Skincare with Hiram or if it's just Hiram, but he has all kinds of videos about all different types of skincare techniques and like the right moisturizers and cleansers to use for your skin type and blah blah blah. Really great, awesome videos, and will definitely link his channel below, because I highly recommend, like, if you struggle with your skin, go and check him out, because I learned some things watching his videos that I had not even considered before. Primarily being, one of his biggest things that he harps on in like all of his videos is being fragrance free, not using any fragrances in any of his products. And he said that that's because fragrances over time, especially if you're using a lot of different ones, can really aggravate your skin, but it won't manifest as problems until later on down the line, and you can develop a fragrance allergy, and you won't even realize what's going on, but your skin will be super irritated, you'll have breakouts, you won't know why, and it can be because of fragrances. And I'm sitting here thinking back about all these different products that I've used over the years, and I didn't start to notice a problem with my skin until about a year ago. And maybe that's not it, but another thing that I've realized over the past week is just how much stuff I was using. I mean, you saw in the beginning how many different products I was using on my skin. Another thing that Hiram talks about is having like a super basic routine. Like, your skincare routine should not be super crazy. It should be relatively basic and simple, like only a couple of steps for like your day-to-day thing. You can like supplement in with like a mask or a scrub every now and again, but to be relying on that stuff every single day isn't good. And so with the fragrance-free stuff and a super basic routine, there's also like certain ingredients that you want to avoid, like isopropyl alcohol, and other, like, a lot of skincare products have essential oils in them, which is not something that I even realized, and I'm not huge on essential oils. I like putting them in my diffuser because I think they smell really nice, but I am not a believer in using them on your skin because they're heavily concentrated plant juices and they can cause a lot of problems, and I didn't even realize that that's like in skincare stuff. And I was looking through, as I was watching his video, I was looking through and like googling the ingredients for the products that I use, and there's all kinds of stuff in there that he says, and I tend to believe him because, again, he's like a specialist and seems to know what he's talking about and has fantastic skin. All of these things that you're supposed to avoid, that you're not supposed to use because it's like bad for you. I am just rethinking basically everything. I feel like maybe over the past couple of years, really probably my whole life since I was a teenager, I've just started to develop some bad skincare habits that I thought were things that I needed to be doing, but in reality I didn't need to be doing at all. And that's been very, very eye-opening. So taking a step back and like really stripping down my routine, and you know only relying on like one body wash for like everything and like one hair cleansing product for everything. While I don't think I'm gonna stick with this for the long term, like I want to be able to use a moisturizer. I feel like I really need it, and I think that's fine. I think you're supposed to. It's been helpful to me to realize all of these things that I've been relying on that I thought I needed, I didn't need at all. And I am gonna be going through and basically cleaning out my entire bathroom and getting rid of a lot of stuff. He has recommendations for like a cleanser and a moisturizer, and like even an acne treatment that I'm probably gonna be getting. And if I like them, I'll definitely be posting a update video at some point, because I feel like this is something that a lot of people struggle with. But I'm just gonna clean everything out and like kind of get back to basics and start over. I don't know for 100% sure why my skin is the way it is, and I understand, like, probably you're sitting there thinking like, girl, it's not even that bad. And Stuart tells me that all the time. But for me, it's the worst it's ever been. And I know you're probably thinking like, wow, you're privileged. But all I have to compare anything to is my own experience. And my skin used to be so good, and now I feel like it is terrible, and I feel so self-conscious about it. It hurts my self-esteem. I don't feel good, like, and especially, it's like I was telling Stuart, I'm stuck in this like juxtaposition of wanting to cover up what's happening on my face, but realizing that if I do use these products, like if I use a foundation or something, it's likely going to make the problem worse. So I don't want to use anything. So I don't use anything, but then everything that's happening is like out there for the world to see, and I feel like everyone notices it, and it's just miserable. It's, oh, and I got so like angry last night, and I'm so sick of it. Like, I'm so sick of having bad skin. Like, I need to make an improvement. And if going through this entire week and realizing that I've had too much going on and I need to figure some things out, if that is what fixes the issue for me and helps me like refocus and work some new things in, maybe I mean, this will have all been worth it. Stuart and I went and worked out this morning before he had to leave. He's doing like his active duty 2-week training thing for the Navy Reserves. So I'm off today and tomorrow, but he had to leave, so that's kind of a bummer, but we got a workout in, which is awesome. I have a hair appointment this afternoon. I'm really excited about it. I only get my hair done like maybe once every 6 months or so. Like, I'll get it like a trim every 6 months or so, and I'll get a cut, like a highlight or a color or whatever, like once a year. So I'm doing a trim and highlights, and I'm super excited. I'll probably take my camera along because the salon is really, really nice, and I love all the ladies in there. I've been going there since I've lived in Connecticut, and they're all fantastic. Like, I love that place so much. So I'm doing that. I washed my hair last night because I wanted to wash it one more time using the Suave, and I still really, really like it. Unfortunately, it is not cruelty-free. It's owned by a parent company. I want to say Unilever. I'm not exactly sure. I googled it yesterday. But I mean, for this experiment, it's whatever. Stuart will finish using it. He doesn't have a problem with it. And Dove is cruelty-free, and they have several 2-in-1 shampoos. So I'm honestly probably going to be switching to a 2-in-1 because it saves time. I feel like my hair feels just as good as it ever did, if not better. It feels like super soft. So I washed it last night, and then I have my hair appointment today. Really excited about that. Gonna start my day, get things moving, and I'll take you along for the ride. Well, I ended up getting a whole lot of fat nothing done while I was waiting to leave. I told myself that I was going to be super productive and like clean and all this. I ended up making myself food, and then like I was eating and all my energy and motivation for doing anything just left me, and I just sat there and watched YouTube. So I'm gonna go to my hair appointment, but it's fine. It's still early-ish in the day, and I still have a whole rest of the afternoon to clean. I blame it on this cold. All of my motivation for life is just like gone. Like, I just want to wrap myself in a blanket and drink tea and have somebody take care of me. So anyway, gonna get off to this appointment. It is time to wrap this challenge up. I have red hair now. That is not a result of this week's challenge. That's a result of my decisions at the hair salon. But all of that aside, I feel like this challenge has been really, really useful. I feel like I've learned some important things that I didn't know before. I feel like it's kind of has set me on a path towards some better skincare habits and correcting some bad habits that, like I said before, I didn't even realize that I had. And I wasn't expecting, like I said before, to get this perspective from this experience, but I'm happy about it. I think it's been a good thing. And I think that maybe you weren't completely wrong when you said that I was using too many things. I think your instinct was correct there.
Yeah,
Come to find out, it was none of the things, it wasn't that what I was using was bad per se, it was just I was using too much of it at once, and that can create chaos for your skin.
I don't think I was completely right either, because she was trying to use some like really thick, really strong lotion for her face, and it made it oily. So she just cut it out completely. But I mean, you survived the week without lotion. Did you feel?
Well, so the last day, so yesterday, when I went to go get my hair done, I did end up, that's why that bottle of Shea Moisture was out. My skin felt so stripped and so dry, I had to use just a little bit, because it had been 2 days since I'd put anything on my face.
That's how I mean, I don't put stuff on my face, but if it's dry, then you put something on it. Like, but there's no need to coat yourself every day.
No, and if it weren't wintertime, I would bet that I could probably go a lot longer without having to use so much moisturizer and stuff. I'm looking into getting a better, more lightweight, unscented, fragrance-free moisturizer.
Did you tell them how all your stuff was scented before?
Yeah. So I'm gonna, like I said before, I'll link Hiram's channel down below. I would recommend going and checking it out because he has a lot of really great information for all skin types, and I like it because not everything that he recommends is high-end, expensive stuff. Like I ordered a bottle of the micellar water that he recommends as a facial wash, and it was $5 from Walmart. So anyway, this has been good. I'm happy that I learned what I did. I'm happy that I'm gonna be able to cut down on my routine, not only because I like simple things, but also because given our lifestyle and some of the things that we're looking at possibly doing here in the not too distant future, having less stuff, having more of a minimalistic approach to everything that I do, and just keeping things simple is going to be the best approach long term. So for me, this has been awesome, and I've really enjoyed the challenge, I guess, of going through this and learning everything. I do want to say just before I end, if your beauty routine is 10 steps or 12 steps or 20, whatever, I mean, that's fine. Or if it's only 1 step or 2 steps, that's fine too. As long as you're happy and your skin is happy and you're not driving everyone around you insane, then who cares? It doesn't really matter. For me though, I felt like this would be a good challenge to undertake because I wasn't satisfied with my skin, and I've learned that it's probably due to my own misinformation and mistakes. So anyway, let me know what you thought of this video. Let me know what you thought of the whole idea of simplifying a beauty routine. If you have some beauty tricks and hacks that you use, I'd like to hear about those too. That's pretty much it for this video. If you have a new challenge or something you'd like to see me do, go ahead and drop it down in the comments. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Subscribe. I always appreciate it. I appreciate every single one of you who has subscribed. I started out with 0, and now I have like 66 subscribers, which is small, of course. It's not that many people, but I appreciate every single one of you.
66 people want to listen to you.
66 of you guys are stupid enough to watch my videos and listen to what I have to say. I don't mean that. You guys are all great. So anyway, that's it for this, and I will see you soon for the next video, whenever and wherever that may occur. Ciao.
Ciao. Really.